gonna show you today how I'm making a silver turquoise inlaid broken heart pendant. It'll be a pendant that each half matches each other, and then it'll be two separate pendants for like twins, sisters, etc. and close friends, whatever. Anyway, I had a request for this, and I'm going to make it today and show you how I make it. Okay, to start with, I started with a drawing. Hopefully you can see that good. I drew a drawing of on my computer of a heart that was together, and then I separated it, and then I put a border around it to hold the turquoise. I transferred that to a piece of 18 gauge silver, and I came up with I cut them out of the 18 gauge, and I came up with this. There'll be two holes right here for the jump ring, and there'll be two separate pendants. And what I'm going to do next, and you can see how the two separate pendants match together. When you take them apart, you can put them right back together. It shows that it's actually a broken heart. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to flux them up, put them down on a piece of 22 gauge sterling, and I'm going to solder them down. Then I'll cut them out again, and then we'll have our pocket to put our inlay turquoise in. Now what we're going to do, we have the two pieces fluxed up. We've got them sitting on a piece of 22 gauge. We have our stainless clamps to hold it in place and flat down on there. And we're going to, I'm using extra easy silver solder for this. We're going to try to solder them down. Again, I've said in my other videos, you want to try to heat the block, the ceramic block it's sitting on, or the piece of charcoal it's sitting on first. Kind of direct your heat to the bottom piece. And you got to bear in mind the bottom piece is 22 gauge, the top piece is 18. So you just got to kind of distinguish the heat. But when the flux turns clear, you start adding solder to the edge of the top piece. And it should go right down under it. And use your flame to draw it around the piece. Okay, we got it down on there. Now if you get a little extra solder in the center, it's okay, because you can sand that out. Your turquoise is going to be sitting down in there, and you need to sand it anyway. The edges, it's okay if you got a little solder sticking out here, because you're going to cut all that off. Now we'll move over, we'll cool it down, we'll take it to the acid, get it out of the acid, and we'll saw these pieces out. Okay, what we've just done is we've cut the excess off of the soldered pieces. We have two with pockets now for inlay, and we have some solder down in here. So what I'm going to take is this little coarse black pen, and I'm going to sand all down in here, get all that soldered out and rough it up a little bit. That way when we put the inlay in there, the glue will hold real well. And then we're also going to take a blue polishing wheel like this, and we're going to go around the outside edges of this to make it look like one piece. So I'm going to get that done, and then we'll talk about cutting some turquoise to go in it. Oh, one more thing, I'm going to drill a 1/16 inch hole in these spots right up here, so we'll have a hole to put our jump rings in. Anyway, we'll talk about putting turquoise in it next. Okay, I'm going to show you the next step in this, and that's cutting the stones for the inlay. You pick you out a stone, a piece of turquoise. This pocket in here is about 0.05 thick and or deep. So you want a piece of turquoise that's about twice that. Anyway, you can go thicker, you just got to polish it down more. But the way I do this is I take the pocket and I take a piece of paper, I put it on top of this, and I just rub it with my finger. Real good, and it makes an impression on that paper. I don't know if you can see that, but there's the impression. Then I take my scissors and I cut that out. Right along where the edge, the inside edge of that cavity is. You want to be pretty precise about this. Okay. Now, check this out. See if your paper fits pretty well. Okay, if your paper fits pretty good, use it. If not, make you another one. It's real easy to do. Anyway, once you have your piece of paper here, you can use that to find your piece of turquoise where you're going to want to, what you're going to want to use, what part of the turquoise. And you just put your paper on here, like so. And you take a pencil, not a marker, because a marker will come off of it when you start sawing it in the water coolant and stuff. Oh, also you want to make sure which side of this stone you want to be up. On this one, I want this to be the top side. This is the bottom side. So, my piece of paper, this would be top. So when I put it on the stone, since the bottom down here is the bottom side, I mean the top side, this is the top side. So you'd want to put this on here this way. I've already got a little mark here, so I'm just going to flip it upside down. It fits my stone best that way. And now I know that the top's on the bottom. So I put that on there, and I don't get close to the outline. I just get kind of close. I just kind of cut a general, draw a general line pretty close to the pattern around this. Make sure I got plenty of length down here. And so we're going to be covering this stone pretty well with that type of a shape. Okay. So then I would take this outside on my diamond scroll saw for turquoise, and I cut that shape out. I bring it back in here. I have a piece of turquoise that is not like this, but more a lot larger than the pocket. Then what I start doing is I start taking these little grinder bits and I put a mask on and I sit here and I start grinding this stone down. I don't ever get the stone very hot. I just keep grinding on it and I keep checking to see if it fits the pocket. When I get pretty darn close, I'll put it, and it's not yet going down in there, I'll put it up there and I'll start drawing lines on it, the part of it that needs to be taken off. And this is about a 30-minute process for just this one stone. Especially if it was just round, it would be easy. But with these little scallops in here, it takes extra time. And after a while, you finally get one that will go down in there. And what you want to do is you want to take your pencil and scribe around the edges. And then when you take it out of the pocket, you can see how deep it's setting in there. And you want to make sure it's setting all the full depth in there. If you don't do that, the turquoise might be sitting up on something over here on the edge and you don't even know it. And so it's not really all the way down in there. So you want to make sure it goes all the way flat against the bottom of the pocket. Like I said, it took me about 30 minutes to do that one. I'll work on this one next. I'll go out here, cut this out, bring it in, start carving it down to fit the pocket. Once that's done, we mix up our two-part epoxy, the 330 epoxy. We put the epoxy down in here and we stick this down in there. Make sure it's sitting flat down in there, and we want to see epoxy squeeze up out of those edges, because there'll be little places where you don't quite fit up. If you get it real tight, then that's great, but with me there's always a little spot or something. You want that epoxy to come up through there so it can fill it. Once that's done and it dries 24 hours, we'll take it out and start polishing it down. Okay, we've got our inlay glued into the pockets on the broken heart pendant, and they look really good. They're pretty tight. What we're going to do now is I'm out here at my other shop and I'm going to use my lapidary machine, and I'm going to take this stone down. It's a little bit taller than the pocket, of course. We're going to take it down to almost flush. Then we're going to finish that out over at the studio. Okay, we have that down right above the silver, and you notice me holding this by hand. Now, if you want to take the time, it's probably a little better and safer. You can put use some of your lapidary glue and put a stick on the back of here that you hold gemstones with and turquoise with, and use that stick to hold it by. It's a little trickier when you're doing something small like this by hand. But anyway, I got that done. I'm going to do the other one. Then we'll be back over at the shop and we'll finish this out. I don't want to finish it out on here. I can do a better job since it's so small with my tools over there. But we got the bulk of it knocked off. Okay, we're back over here at the studio, and we've got these pretty much flat, but we need to sand them even better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through, start with a 320, a 400, 600, 800, 1000, 1500, 2000. And what I'll do is I'll just put them on this block and I'll hand sand them like this here. And that'll get them absolutely smooth. So I'm going to go through this process and I'll show you what I got after that. Okay, we have the two pieces sanded down. They're real smooth, real nice. Would be acceptable like that, but I want to take them to a high shine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some Zam and I'm going to go over the back and front with my orbital. I was going to say, on these small pieces, I just stick them down with a piece of masking tape, and I usually use this piece of wood to hold them down while I buff them. But I'm sure you have your own methods on that. Okay, what I'm going to do is keep doing this. Then I'm going to turn this over and stick it this way, this one too, and I'm going to start polishing the stone and the top of it to a high shine. Then what I'll do is I'm going to put a jump ring in here, solder it together, and this pendant set will be done. Hey, I want to say thanks for tuning in for this one. I'll put a picture of this pendant at the end of the video so you can see the finished product. I hope this helps with your inlay in turquoise and a special top pendant. See you later.